Sometimes, football gives us moments that are bigger than goals, bigger than results, and even bigger than the game itself. Moments that remind us why people around the world love sports so much. Moments that bring emotions, unity, and inspiration. And recently, fans witnessed one of those beautiful moments after an NWSL match involving Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie. After the final whistle, the two African stars shared a warm interaction that immediately got people talking online. There were smiles. There was admiration. There was mutual respect. And honestly, fans could feel the genuine energy between both players. It was not dramatic. It was not forced. It was simply two African football stars showing love to each other after competing at the highest level. But for many fans, especially across Africa, that small interaction meant so much more. Because moments like this represent something bigger. They represent growth. They represent unity. And they represent how far African women's football has come on the global stage. Across social media, fans quickly began reposting photos and clips of the interaction. Some described it as wholesome. Others called it beautiful representation for African football. And many supporters simply said they loved seeing African women uplifting each other publicly. Honestly, it is easy to understand why the moment connected emotionally with so many people. Football today can sometimes feel overly toxic. There are constant arguments online. Fan wars. Negativity. People trying to create unnecessary rivalries between players. But moments like this remind everybody what sports should also be about. Respect. Community. Connection. And inspiration. That is exactly what Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie gave fans after the match. Temwa Chawinga, Malawi's pride. To truly understand why this moment mattered, you have to understand what Temwa Chawinga represents for Malawi. For many people in her country, she is not just a footballer. She is a symbol of hope. A symbol of determination. And proof that African women can shine on the biggest football stages in the world. Her rise in football has inspired countless young girls who dream of becoming professional athletes someday. Temwa Chawinga's journey has never just been about talent. It has also been about hard work and resilience. She has continued proving herself everywhere she goes, and today, she is recognized as one of the best African players in women's football. That means a lot to Malawian fans. Because seeing somebody from your country succeeding internationally creates pride and belief. Young people begin to feel that their own dreams are possible too. And that is one reason Temwa Chawinga is loved so deeply. She carries Malawi proudly every time she steps onto the pitch. Whether she is scoring goals, speaking in interviews, or interacting with other players, fans see somebody representing her country with humility and class. That humility also showed during her interaction with MichelleAlozie. Fans appreciated seeing a superstar player still showing warmth, kindness, and respect toward another African footballer. Moments like that matter. Because people do not only remember great athletes for trophies and performances. They also remember them for character. And Temwa Chawinga continues showing why she is respected both on and off the pitch. On the other side, MichelleAlozie continues growing into one of the most loved Super Falcon stars of her generation. MichelleAlozie's popularity is fascinating because it goes beyond football ability alone. Yes, fans admire her performances. Yes, people respect her quality on the pitch. But what makes supporters connect with her deeply is her personality. MichelleAlozie gives off positive energy naturally. She feels relatable, authentic, confident without trying too hard. And many fans appreciate how grounded she appears despite her growing fame. That connection has helped her build a loyal fan base both in Nigeria and internationally. Young Nigerian girls look at MichelleAlozie and see representation. They see a woman confidently competing at the highest level while proudly embracing her identity and carrying Nigeria with pride. That matters a lot. Because representation changes how people think about themselves. When young girls see African women succeeding globally, it inspires belief. It creates ambition. And MichelleAlozie has become one of the faces of that inspiration for many fans. People also admire the way she carries herself publicly. Whether during interviews, social media interactions, or moments with fellow players, she comes across as genuine. And in today's football culture, authenticity matters. Fans can always tell when somebody feels real. That is one reason MichelleAlozie continues winning hearts everywhere. So when fans saw her sharing a warm moment with Temwa Chawinga after the match, many people were not surprised. Because both players have built reputations for positivity and professionalism. For many people outside Africa, the interaction may have looked simple. But for African football fans, it carried emotional meaning. Because African women footballers have had to fight for recognition for many years. For a long time, the talent existed, but the visibility was limited. Resources were limited. Media coverage was limited. Investment was limited. Yet despite all those challenges, African women kept pushing forward. They kept believing in themselves. And now, the world is finally beginning to appreciate their quality and influence. That is why moments like this feel powerful. Fans are proud seeing African players become global stars. And even more importantly, they love seeing those players support each other publicly. Instead of negativity or rivalry, fans witnessed unity and mutual respect. That matters deeply. Especially for younger generations watching. Young girls across Nigeria, Malawi, and other African countries are now growing up seeing African women compete internationally with confidence. They are seeing players who look like them becoming stars. And they are seeing those stars uplift one another instead of tearing each other down. That sends an important message. It shows that success does not have to create division. People can compete fiercely while still respecting each other. And honestly, football needs more moments like this. Football is about more than winning. One reason fans love this interaction so much is because it reminded them that football is also about humanity. Yes, competition matters. Winning matters. But sports also create relationships, memories, and emotional connections. Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie spent the match competing against each other at a very high level. Both players wanted victory. Both represented their teams proudly. But once the final whistle blew, rivalry disappeared and respect remained. That balance is beautiful. And honestly, it is something younger fans should see more often. Too many people today believe competition must always come with hatred. But sportsmanship still matters. Respect still matters. And moments like this prove that athletes can compete intensely without losing admiration for one another. That is why so many fans describe the interaction as refreshing. It felt pure, natural, and genuine. African women are changing global football. Another reason this interaction became such a talking point is because it reflects the growing influence of African women in world football. Today, African female players are becoming major stars in leagues across the world. And that visibility is changing how people view African football completely. For many years, African women's football was underrated internationally. But now, the world is paying attention. Players from Nigeria, Zambia, Malawi, Morocco, South Africa, and other African nations are making headlines regularly. And they are not just participating. They are becoming stars. Icons. Role models. Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie are part of this new generation transforming the image of African football globally. They represent excellence, confidence, talent, and professionalism. That is why fans felt emotional seeing them share such a wholesome moment publicly. Because it symbolized unity among African stars succeeding internationally. And honestly, those images inspire people more than many realize. As expected, social media reacted immediately after clips and photos of the interaction started spreading online. Fans from different countries praised both players heavily. One fan wrote, "This is the kind of energy football needs more of." Another said, "African queens supporting each other proudly." Others praised the maturity and humility shown by both women. And honestly, the reactions prove something important. Fans are tired of constant negativity. People appreciate kindness and authenticity when they see it. That is why this moment connected emotionally with so many supporters. It felt genuine. And genuine moments always stand out. Especially in modern sports culture where everything is constantly analyzed and criticized online. Some people may ask why fans are paying so much attention to a simple interaction after a football match. But honestly, moments like this matter because they shape how people experience sports emotionally. Football is not only about statistics and trophies. It is also about inspiration, connection, representation, and culture. Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie gave fans a moment that represented all of those things together. Two African women. Two elite footballers. Two proud representatives of their countries. Showing mutual respect publicly on one of the biggest stages in women's football. That image means something. Especially for young African girls watching. So guys, what do you think about the interaction between Temwa Chawinga and MichelleAlozie?